Scene opens with a slight digital hum, then fades into narration. Enchant cloak? A screen popped up right in front of my face. It read, 3 more times to evolve into Dragon King. As I watched, a few of the crimson scales on my cloak shimmered and turned to solid gold. It was like the gold was slowly staging a takeover. Okay, that's as much as I can do for now, said Jake, a skinny guy in a white jacket, pushing his prescription glasses up his nose. I nodded, adjusting the heavy dragon scale cloak on my shoulders. It's all good. We just came to check out some gear and get a few upgrades. I glanced over at Lynn, who was leaning against a weapon rack, his white, spiky hair a stark contrast to the shadows clinging to his cloak. We'll hang around for a little bit longer before we head out. All right, feel free. Do what you want, Jake said, gesturing to his shop. The King's Arsenal is your oyster. With that, we headed back out into the bustling market street. We ended up hitting a couple more shops. But let's be real. It was mostly because of Amira, our witch-in-training little sister. She was practically glued to a grimoire she carried everywhere. I need new gear for school, she announced suddenly, her finger jabbing excitedly towards a shop window. We followed her gaze. She was pointing at a black robe, but the hoodie had these small, adorable purple dinosaur horns stitched onto it. Wow, she breathed. Without a second thought, I walked in, slammed the money on the counter, and we were back outside in under a minute, Amira clutching her new Dino robe. Okay, I said, trying to sound like the responsible older brother. And then, directly across the street, she saw it. A magic spell bookstore. Her actual eyes lit up with purple fire. Not the scary, angry kind, but pure, unadulterated excitement. Can we? Please, please, and please, she begged, her voice a torrent of hopeful energy. I've been wanting a new spell book. All the spells in my old book, I've already mastered them. I've just been enhancing them and doing them over and over again. Lynn just chuckled beside me, his hand on the hilt of the goblin sword on his back. Okay, he said, caving instantly. New spellbook it is. Man, we were such suckers for her. We couldn't say no. We walked into the bookstore. The air smelled like old parchment and ozone. A man stood behind the counter wearing a strange hat and dark glasses, like he was trying to go incognito. You're here for a new binder? He asked, his voice a deep, theatrical medieval baritone. Yes, please, Amira chirped, practically vibrating. Oh, okay, the man said, but then he stuttered, his professional demeanor cracking. He pointed a trembling finger past us towards the back of the shop. There's something you should know. There are some others looking for powerful spellbooks today. Be careful. He nervously adjusted his glasses, and a flicker of something, fear, crossed his face before he masked it again. Lynn and I exchanged a look. This just got a lot more interesting than a simple shopping trip.